Welcome back, Crow fam, to your latest Cronos Pulse, and this week is no exception. We try and bring you all the latest and greatest news across the Cronos chain. This week, we're going to look at an update from Kris on crypto.com. It's a massive update, might take a while to get through. Then we have a town hall from WolfSwap that's been covered by Dengineer. We're going to go through that. What alpha can we get from that? Then we have Pride. The Pride is on fire. Not only are they listed on Compounder now, but their token goes from strength to strength. We then have Puush.fun celebrating a milestone. What is that milestone? Watch along. We're going to go over the Ebisus Bay Revamp, and you don't want to miss this. This is an incredible revamp. The UI is on point. And then finally, we've got CroVegas. What is CroVegas? We're going to go and take a look at that at the end. Now, remember, before we begin, remember to follow everybody that we cover on the Cronos Pulse. Remember, Crow fam, we are stronger together. Let's get into it then. Let's go and have a look at what Kris has had to say this week. Now, as with everything that we share in the Cronos Pulse, all of the links will be in a thread below this video. First up, we have Kris, and this is a fairly long thread. We are not going to pick out every single thing in here, but just to cover this off, the Crow benefits on crypto.com exchange have been updated. 30% discount on taker fees and a 0.001% rebate on maker fees. If you want to take a gamble, you can also now withdraw your Bitcoin onto the Ethereum and Solana networks as wrapped 21 Bitcoin. And Prime has been extended to Australia, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. Hold a minimum of $1 million in deposits to enjoy institutional grade execution, margin trading, unlimited fiat transfers, and a dedicated account manager, and much more. This is the future of crypto.com appearing right before your eyes. Now, if you missed the WolfSwap Town Hall, Dengineer has managed to cover off all the key salient points. Let's get into them. Now, the WolfSwap Town Hall gave out a massive amount of alpha. Thankfully, Dengineer has covered all of this off. There is going to be a major interface redesign and animation on WolfSwap. The aggregation itself is going to be updated and split across different trades. Wolf Street will get different options for launch, including tax, token pairings, and more flexibility with regards to mechanics to try and attract more builders to Cronos. Amplify is getting an overhaul. We are going to see big changes, including instant payouts and the potential to earn a lot more from your tweets than the moon you are currently getting. Compounder will get new features, including profit splitting, 50% compounding, 50% as USDC, and the addition, potentially, of Berachain. And finally, the Moon token has been on an absolute tear. The next step, centralized exchange listings, with the goal of you not needing to sell your Moon, but hold it, borrow against it, trade, or earn through it directly. Massively bullish times for WolfSwap and all of its associated products. So what has the Pride been up to this week? Let's go and have a look. We covered the Pride a few weeks ago, and they are going from strength to strength. Their latest update is they have just burnt 2% of the supply when they hit the $300,000 market cap. The next burn will be at 500,000, and then the final burn will be when they hit the $1 million market cap. Now, the token has been doing incredibly well over the last week or so, reaching an all-time high of over 300,000 before consolidating just below 200,000. I would certainly keep an eye on this one, and remember, not all coins are created equally. And only a few days ago, Pride was added to Compounder. Starting on the 1st of May, Crow Pride was added, currently offering you over 450% APY or 0.5% a day. You can generate your LP tokens over on VVS and then bring your Crow Pride LP tokens over to Compounder, stake them here and have them auto compounded. There are more than 20 vaults now on Compounder with a TVL of over $700,000. You can stake your Crow Pride here, earn the 450%, but make sure to go and check out the other vaults including Crow Moon, Crow Lion, and of course Lion USDC, which we have covered before. Push.fun has turned 1, and Elder Carl reposted a recap of what Push.fun is all about. Let's go and take a look. And happy birthday to Push.fun. Push turned 1 about a week or so ago, and to commemorate the birthday, Elder Carl reposted their story. Now, this is a good read. I'd advise all of you to head over and have a little bit of a read about the history of Push. This article was published in November last year and kind of covers the first 6 months or so of their origins. Go and check them out. And if, like me, you're a big fan of Push, make sure to go and get yourself a Boomer Squad NFT. Now, the Ebisus Bay Revamp has been live for a week. Let's go and see what all the fuss is about. Now, I was in the traffic spaces a few weeks ago where Schwiz was talking about an update to Ebisus Bay. It said it was in the pipeline, and here it is. And I've got to say, I have been blown away by this upgrade. It is seriously impressive. The usual suspects are still here, including the daily quests, the liquidity pools, which also feature on Compounder, and my personal favourite is the NFT marketplace. And these graphics and this new UI is absolute fire. I mentioned before about buying a Boomer Squad NFT, and this is where I bought mine from. You can come over here. The floor price, I believe, is about 220 Crow, which is about $20, and you can get yourself a Boomer Squad NFT. But the graphics on this page are absolutely fantastic. It wasn't bad before, now it is excellent. As well as having a lovely UI for the individual collections, you can come over here, you can find out what is trending on Ebisus Bay, whether it be World of Cats, Boomer Squad, Robin NFT, Ryoshi, or Croginals. Come over here, make sure to check out Ebisus Bay and pick up some Cronos Chain NFTs. And finally then, CroVegas, where you can go and spend your coins to hopefully win 93% of the pot. Now, CroVegas popped up on my radar a few weeks ago. I went over and I had a look, and I really like the concept of what they're trying to do. They have a couple of games at the minute, including Coin Flip, but the lottery is what stood out to me. The concept is simple. You buy lottery tickets in one of your favourite tokens, whether it be Aurum, whether it be Ari, or Croginal. You play the game and you get 93% of the pot. If your lottery ticket comes out, their rake is 7%. I think it's fair, I think it's transparent, and I think it's pretty cool. And maybe next week we will go and have a deeper dive into CroVegas. Remember, gamble responsibly. So there it is, Crow fam, 6 articles this week on the Cronos Pulse. Remember to follow everyone like I said. And another point, CroVegas and everything else we've covered in this stream, we are not sponsored by any of them. We include what we want on these streams. If you want to be included in any future Cronos Pulse, DM me on X and we will try and include you. Until next week, Crow fam, you've been great. I've been Mike. See you soon. Bye-bye.